Working with data always requires much more than simply typing numbers and text. Modern businesses actively using a wide variety of information related to business processes or customers. One of the most popular tools to manage data is Excel. Despite the fact that this program is well known, until today there are many open questions. Using Excel for professional goals helps to solve various problems and save a lot of time for other tasks. It is enough to understand once the most useful functions, and the rest will be easy and simple. Let's go through every part step by step to avoid confusions. When we open Excel, we have a list of templates. Choose the one that is called Blank Workbook and you will see empty page. On top there is a panel called Home. On this picture we can see only part of it. Right under Home word there are buttons for cutting, copying and pasting data. We'll get back to this in the following videos. For now we focus on other parts. Letter B means bold. If we highlight cells and press B, the input will become bold. I stands for italic. To apply it, you mark the cells and click I. To underline written data or text, press U after selecting required cells. Here we also have a tiny arrow down, which means there are more options available. We can change the thickness and styles of the line under the text. The following button adds borders to cells. Here we also have menu where we can choose at which side we need the border, if we want it thin or thick, or we want to draw our own borders. It is also possible to change the color of the lines and make them wavy or zigzag. Simply use all the available options to create design that you want to see. You can always use the borders from the menu. By the default, these borders will be black. One more way to play with the design is to use fill color, which paints selected cells. The default color is yellow, but we are free to choose any other. You can remove the filling anytime you feel like it is unnecessary. If we want to change color of the input, we have a font color button. It will change the color of our selected data. Excel also provides a variety of fonts available in all other Microsoft Office tools. You can click here and select the one that looks good for you. Some of the fonts work only with the specific alphabets. For example, if you use Cyrillic letters, you may notice no change, while with Latin alphabet the result is different. Don't forget to select the appropriate size of the letters. By default, the font size is 12. We can press the arrow right next to the number 12 and select offered font size. Or we can type the numbers of the size that would work better for us. Next to it we have two letters A. When you press big A, it will increase the font size of selected text. Pressing small button A decreases font size. You will notice that the number in the box where we now have 12 will also change. Right next to the data coloring, Excel has a panel where we can change data placing. Top part locates the text on the top, in the middle, or in the down part of the cell. The lower part places the text or data on the right or left edges, or in the center. Next to it, on the right side, we have buttons to move our input to the right or left side. This one doesn't mean everything again will be at the edge. It will simply add extra space in front of the entered data. If we want to place text by the diagonal or in other unusual positions, use the button Text Direction. Press small arrow down to find more available options. Here is the drop-down menu for this button. As you can see, we can rotate text in any ways we want to and customize this function pressing Format Cell Alignment. It makes sense to try different options to see if something like that works for us. Such changes can be useful when working with tables. Following to it, we have a Wrap Text button. This is a very useful function, especially when working with long text. Excel will automatically wrap the text within the size of a cell. If the text is not fitting, the cell will be expanded up to the text length. In addition, you may use extra options added to this button. If you need to place text in more than one cell, use Merge and Center. Here we also have a drop-down menu where we have 3 additional options. The basic one is to merge cells and place the input in the center. We can then move the text or data in any other parts of the cell. We can merge across or just merge cells without any other changes. If we are unhappy about our results, it is always possible to unmerge cells. To unmerge, we don't need to open the menu all the time. It is enough to select Merge Cells and press on the main button in Home panel. Additionally, it is important to know that Excel doesn't automatically merge new cells if we make changes. First, you need to unmerge, then select all cells, and then merge everything together again. One more thing to consider in Excel is the format of the value in a cell. In most cases, you can see that any cell will be in general format, which is a default. On the right side, we have the list of formats. If we want to customize it even more, we need to choose more number formats, which provides a wide variety of settings. Otherwise, simply select one from the list that works for you. As an option, some of the formats are also available in this part of our panel. This is account format, where you can choose a currency. However, if you choose currency format from the list, there will be a small change, like the placing of currency sign. The comma will add space in numbers that are greater than 1000 to make them easier to read. Zeros apply to decimals. We can add or remove numbers after the whole number. It is possible to add many numbers, but the data may look messy. Up to this point, we already have covered many new useful functions, and there are more to come in the following weeks. Don't forget to click subscribe button below to stay updated. If you find this video interesting, please share the link with others. See you next time.